Shooters don't have to be expensive, and thanks to Steam's Boomstock sale, a ton of classic style first-person shooter games are dirt cheap right now. Today, I'm breaking down the best shooters you can grab for under 15 bucks with their sale prices and what makes each one worth your time. Let's dive in. Let's start with a Medieval, which is currently on sale for just $6. This is a modern fantasy boomer shooter built in the spirit of Heretic and Hexen, but with updated visuals and some of the craziest weapon design in the genre. Instead of your usual shotguns and machine guns, you find crystalline axes, mystical shafts, and energy weapons that feel powerful but strange in the best way. This level design leans towards surreal and colorful landscapes, making it stand out from the darker retro shooters. The combat is fast, fluid, and always satisfying. For $6, you're basically getting one of the best examples of how to modernize 90s fantasy shooters. Next up is Dusk, and at $6.79, it's one of the best deals in the sale. Dusk channels pure Quake energy, fast movement, tight arenas, and a constant barrage of enemies. What really makes Dusk special is the atmosphere, creepy rural environments, bizarre cult imagery, and one of the best soundtracks in any shooter. The levels are designed for speedrunning and experimentation, so even after beating it once, you'll want to come back. For under $7, it's basically mandatory if you're even remotely into retro first-person shooter games. Now let's talk Graven, which you can pick up for only $5. Graven is slower paced compared to Dusk or Medieval, but that's its strength. It mixes shooter mechanics with immersive sim elements. Think magic-based combat, puzzles, exploration, and dark medieval towns filled with secrets. Instead of pure one-and-gun action, you'll be solving environmental challenges and upgrading spells. It feels like a mashup of old-school shooters and RPG-like adventures. For the price of a coffee, you're getting dozens of hours of moody exploration and combat. Wrath, Aeon of Rune is just another one sitting at just $5 during the sale, and this one is especially exciting if you love Quake. Built on the actual Quake engine, Wrath offers intricate level design filled with secrets, traps, and branching pathways. The game nails that 90s atmosphere, dark gothic castles, hellish landscapes, and brutal enemy encounters. The weapons are classic but hit hard, and the maps encourage exploration without ever feeling overwhelming. At $5, Wrath is essentially giving you an authentic Quake-style experience for the price of a fast food meal. Ion Fury clocks in at $10 right now, and it's worth every penny. Made on the Build engine, the same engine behind Duke Nukem 3D and Blood, Ion Fury feels like a lost 90s shooter that just happens to run smoothly on modern hardware. You play as Shelley Bombshell Harrison, blasting through cyberpunk cityscapes, underground labs, and neon-soaked streets. The gunplay is fast and crunchy, the levels are sprawling with tons of verticality, and there's a sense of humor running through the whole game. If you're nostalgic for that Build engine chaos, Ion Fury is the definitive experience, and $10 is a bargain. Then there's Warhammer 40,000 Boltgun, on sale for $11. Boltgun is all about chunky visceral gameplay. You're a space marine cutting through hordes of cultists and demons armed with the iconic Boltgun, plasma rifles, and even a chainsword. What makes Boltgun shine is how it captures that Warhammer 40,000 brutality in a retro boomer shooter format. The weapons feel heavy, the enemies swarm you, and the gore is gloriously over the top. At $11, it's the cheapest way to feel like an unstoppable engine of destruction in the Warhammer universe. Here's the real steal of the sale, Blood Fresh Supply for just $2. This is a remaster of the 1997 cult classic Blood, one of the most infamous Build engine shooters. You play as Caleb, a gunslinger out for revenge against a sinister cult armed with dynamite bundles, pitchforks, and voodoo dolls. The game is violent, twisted, and darkly funny. The Fresh Supply version makes it run perfectly on modern PCs with smoother controls and resolution support. For $2, it's basically a crime not to grab it. Beyond the headliners, there are a few extras worth mentioning. Selaco, sitting around $10, is a modern indie shooter with a story-driven campaign and a ton of destructible environments. HROT offers eerie Eastern European vibes for about $7. And if you want sheer value, bundles like the Shadow Warrior Trilogy give you 3 classic shooters for the price of 1. One more indie highlight, Cultic Complete Edition, priced at $10 right now. Cultic is a throwback to Blood, but with a modern horror spin. You're up against a terrifying death cult armed with revolvers, shotguns, and explosives. What sets it apart is its atmosphere. Levels are creepy, enemies are brutal, and the combat encourages creative play, tossing dynamite into a crowd, kicking barrels, and using the environment to your advantage. With the second chapter just released, the complete edition is a fantastic deal at $10. Now, here are some quick buying tips. Add these to your wish list. Steam will alert you when prices drop again. Look at bundles. They're often cheaper than buying single games. And always check recent reviews. Some retro shooters rely on community patches for the best experience, so it's worth a quick glance. So that's the roundup. The best shooters on Steam you can grab right now, all under $15, with some as low as $2. The Boomstick sale runs through September 27th, so don't wait too long if something caught your eye. If you enjoyed this breakdown, drop a like, hit subscribe for more bargain hunts, and let me know in comments which of these games you'll be picking up. Thanks for watching, and happy shooting!